you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on
position
this
to
question.
dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly
this.
what
I'm not
You're in
dictating.
no position.
Plenty of videos showing magnesium falling from the sky.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another Forbidden Feed. As usual, take these videos with a grain of salt. You decide what's true or false. Time is valuable, so I won't waste any. Let's get right into it. Damn, that's a deep hole.
I'm taking a video, bro. Alright, I got pictures. Fuck. Yep. Oh, wait.
Damn. Seen a few like that now.
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you are
Mr.
not
President,
strong...
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems.
He's like, with respect, and cuts them right off.
You should be thanking the president for
Have you
trying to
ever
bring an
been-
end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a
Hope it doesn't mean like Instagram stories.
propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military?
we have problems?
And do you think that it's
I will
respectful
answer.
to come to the Oval Office
I
of the
will
United
answer.
States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't know
God
that.
bless. You
Don't-
will not
you
have
gotta-
war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on this
position to
question.
dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly
this.
what
I'm not
You're
dictating.
in no position to dictate what we're going to feel.
You
We're
will.
Shit was getting heated, and then Donnie came in swinging his big old dank.
going to feel very
You will
good.
feel influenced.
We're going to feel very good and
telling
very
you,
strong.
You will feel influenced.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself
very-
to be in a
from
very
the very
bad position,
beginning
and he
of the
happens
war.
to be right about
From
it.
the very beginning of the war.
You're not
Mr.
in a
Brown,
good position.
I
You
was
don't have
in
the cards right now. With us, you start
I'm
having
not playing
cards.
cards.
But right now, you
I'm
don't.
very
Yeah, you're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're
I'm
gambling
the
with the
president
lives
of
of
the war.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War
What do you-
III.
what do you
You're
think about-
gambling with
what do you
World
think
War
about?
III. And
You-
what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. It's
with
back
all
to
respect to
you.
your
Far
country.
more than a lot of people said
very
they
respect.
should
Have
have.
you said thank you once?
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting,
today.
have you said thank
Even
you.
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for
What-
the United States
what
of
are you speaking
America
about?
and the president who's trying to save your country.
Damn. Was that AI?
Somebody need to explain what was going on with Birdman while he was on the stage. They was having a Hot Boys reunion where everybody on the stage was rapping and shit. But Birdman, this man started malfunctioning. This man was looking like a glitch in the Matrix. Your man just had a sudden pause moment where he just started looking towards the ground and you can faintly see him moving his head a little bit. So BG went over to check on him. He looked at him like, is this man all right? BG even started to tap him a little bit to see if he was good. He could have been off those Erkies, but I don't know. It looked like this man was malfunctioning to me. So
he's
y'all
like
look at
on
this
the
video and
drugs.
y'all let me know what y'all think. Watch him, y'all. Look at him. Now watch BG come over and check on him like, this man good? Now I ain't gonna lie. If I was any of them people on that stage, I'm not doing no reunion with this man. Y'all know what he did to all of them in that group. We could talk about that another time, but y'all let me know what y'all think about this video down below in the comments.
So I'm sure by now you've probably seen plenty of videos showing magnesium falling from the sky, or Willie Pete, or thermite, or whatever. This is the most high definition video of that happening that I have ever seen so far. This guy had like a significantly good camera. And I mean, obviously this looks like the entire city is in complete shambles, or town that he's in. Insane to see though.
It's gonna be that Gaza.
So there's several videos going viral right now of what's supposed to be green lasers descending from the sky.
People's homes scanning the ground with that green laser.
People started paying attention after this particular video went viral. In this video you can see a plane flashing a green laser and kind of scanning the ground. This made a lot of people start questioning what the heck was going on. Where were these green lasers coming from? And then just a couple of months later, a CCTV camera captured what looks like several green laser beams of light descending from space. Needless to say, this caught a lot of attention, and experts and researchers were saying that this probably came from a Chinese satellite, but no one knows. What the f*** is that? Now this is where things take a really strange turn. Just a couple of months after, there were several videos popping up all over the internet of what's supposed to be these green laser beams descending from the sky.
The lasers might not be fake.
What in the ever-living fuck is that?
This caught so much attention that it ended up on the news, and they actually found out that some of the planes scanning the ground with these green lasers were owned by a company named Randigo, but still, no one knew why they were doing this.
I was just getting home and I saw it going back and forth with a laser beam, and it scanned over me multiple times. I've never had flight radar until this happened, because I'm like, what the heck is going on? But it shows that what kind of plane it was.
Antarctica. It's official. There's nothing down there. You can clearly see this water is empty, and hence the rest of the continent must be as well. Like, is that Nah. There's no way. It's definitely just a case of pareidolia. You know, the human tendency to see faces in everyday things.
Эта штука прикольная вообще. Это мамонт.
What the heck is that?
Типа замерзший мамонт, вот бивень очень. И он, сука, хоботом шевелит. Вон он. Волосатый хобот. О, ну вот сволочь шевелит он. Я уже испугался сначала, думаю, что это за сволочь?
No. So you guys think it's possible that all those orbs and everything that everybody's seeing, and like the lasers and all this stuff, is just the government trying new technologies and they don't want to let us know? Because like I've said it before, that when they let us know about the technology that they have, normally they're like 20 years in advance at least of that. So like some of their cloaking abilities or some of their flight abilities may be more advanced than we're aware of, right? It's just a thought to think about. Looks like a B-52 Delta or whatever they are, but a little bit different. There he goes. What the hell is that thing? Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh no! Oh God! God! Jesus! Fucking God! God! God!
That's crazy.
What happens in the dark must come to the light. And there's only so long you can lie before the truth is revealed. So when I say I got your ass, oh, I've got your ass. So, Captain Robert Falcon Scott was a British Royal Navy officer and explorer who led 2 expeditions to the Antarctic regions, the Discovery Expedition and the ill-fated Terra Nova Expedition. And you ain't gonna believe what he found. Ancient ruins all over Antarctica. Oh my days. I knew it. I just knew it. The continent was too big for no one to have never lived there. And remember, old maps used to show Antarctica green with no ice. So I'm not surprised that we're seeing all of these ancient ruins. If people only knew that there's ancient ruins all over Antarctica, even a pyramid. Oh my diddy. And who were these people?
My diddy.
I don't know. And what happened to these people? I don't know. But is Antarctica a frozen wasteland? I don't think so.
Trump said any member of his cabinet that don't like Elon Musk or don't agree with what he's doing is going to get kicked out his cabinet. Like bounce. Giddy up. So the video I'm finna show y'all when Donald Trump said this, I want y'all to observe this video. I want y'all to look at it. Look at everybody that's in the cabinet. Look at Trump. Look at Elon. And y'all tell me, who runs this shit? We all know that Donald Trump is the president. But one thing stand out about this video. Look.
Everybody in the cabinet was.
Look, y'all.
I just wondered if you had heard otherwise, if you had heard anything about members of the cabinet.
Look at everybody. Look at everybody.
And if so, what are you doing to address those any dissatisfaction? Let the cabinet speak just for a second.
Look at everybody. Now y'all seen everybody sitting down and Elon Musk standing tall over everybody. Now I don't know about y'all, but I know when I'm standing up over everybody, when it's a meeting or whatever, I feel like I'm the big shot. And that's Elon, y'all. Am I tripping?
Free energy. This guy Maxwell,
I mean, he could just be presenting something like normally the presenter stands. Just saying.
Butsu from Zimbabwe, he created a generator that does not use any power source. So this generator creates free energy using frequencies from the atmosphere. This one generator can power 300 homes. These 2 scientist guys went out there to test it and they're like, yeah, it's legit. And they're like, how did you know how to build this? And he says when he sleeps, he gets revelations from God of how to create these things. He says, this is how he told me to make it. But this dude has a target on his back. So he's been in...
Nikola Tesla used to say a very similar thing, that he would like go over these things in his mind kind of like in a daydream, and then God would send him, or like the universe would send him the answer on how to build these different devices that he would create.
Prison in Zimbabwe multiple times.
You're too smart.
He came to the US at one point and he was poisoned and almost died, and he cannot get any of his patents patented because if it defies...
Not only was he poisoned, him and his partner were poisoned, but his partner actually passed away.
Physics, it cannot be patented.
Imagine if everything goes black in the world, and that's the only type of energy source that we can holster.
Yeah, that's also a thing that AI couldn't affect.
Definitely not.
Remember when this guy filmed the Mandela Effect live?
This creeps me out, man. I don't even like being in this room anymore. When I sleep in here, you look at that. That shit is changing. It is changing.
Censor, what is that? I don't get it. The eagle head's weird, but the rest of it I'm not understanding.
Peekaboo, I see you. Shh, peekaboo.
Admiral Byrd, you've been to both the North Pole and the South Pole. Is there any unexplored land left on this Earth that might appeal to adventurous young Americans?
Yes, there is. And not up around the North Pole, because it's getting crowded up there now, because they find out it's really usable, not only to live in, but militarily. But strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by a human being. And that's beyond the pole on the other side of the South Pole from Middle America. And I think it's quite astonishing that there should be an area as big as that unexplored.
That's a tremendous
So
challenge.
there's a lot of adventure left down at the bottom of the world.
Admiral, do you hope to see that?
I do.
I've never really believed in Jesus or done the whole church thing, but I think I've seen the stuff you guys are talking about here. I just didn't know what it was at the time. I was in the Army from 1997 to 2000, and I was sent to McMurdo Station in Antarctica. I was a helicopter mechanic and crew chief, and they had volunteer tours open for guys to go there and work on the helicopters there. When they asked for volunteers, a bunch of us applied, but only me and one other guy got accepted. The application process had a bunch of questionnaires that we had to fill out, and we had to sit for a bunch of one-on-one interviews. It was mostly just a bunch of questions about what our interests and beliefs were. I was sent to McMurdo Research Station in August of 1998. When we weren't busy de-icing the aircraft and working on them, we had time to hang out with the scientists at the research station. The military unit attached to McMurdo was small, and we didn't have our own separate facilities. We didn't have a PX or a media center. There was no chapel or chaplain, and we didn't have our own separate mailroom. We just had to share the same facilities with the scientists and researchers. So over time I got to be friends with a few of them. They had two different kinds of ice that they worked on and studied. One kind of ice was the normal kind that we've all seen. They took cores of it out of boreholes in the ground. Just like normal ice, it was mostly clear or sometimes white, and it would melt into liquid water if it got warm. The whole area of Antarctica is covered in this kind of ice. But that wasn't their main kind of ice. The only time I ever saw them actually studying normal ice was when a film crew from National Geographic came by. The rest of the time, which was most of the time, the scientists were studying something they called sky ice. This stuff was totally different. We were never allowed to go into the laboratory areas of the station, because the labs had to be kept super clean, and they said it would mess up their work if they risked letting too many people in the lab. But one time, one of the researchers that I was friends with showed me a piece of sky ice. You couldn't touch the stuff with your bare hands because it was so cold. And it wasn't clear or white like normal ice. It was solid blue. He said that's why they call it sky ice, because it was the exact same color as the sky. We had to wear thick, heavy, going outside gloves to handle it.
Despite dozens of retired Navy officers who were stationed in Antarctica coming out and exposing what they really saw down there. Because of course, who could forget about this pyramid-shaped mound under the snow, cut with incredible precision and perfectly aligned with northeast-southwest. But oh, it's just a mountain for sure. There's a lot more like this, so I guess it's just a common natural rock formation down there. Even aerial shots irrefutably prove they're just normal mountain ranges. How dare we even suggest that there might be something more going on in Antarctica?
Have you ever wondered where all the giants have gone? They used to be everywhere, walking this earth. But now, you don't see them. Remember, there was a time where everything grew big due to the amount of oxygen that the giant trees used to produce. But as you know, they chopped them all down. And anybody still capable of growing big gets labeled with having a disease. They call it giantism. They get prescribed medicine, more like poison, which stumps their growth. And I always find it funny that they could tell you what dinosaurs was eating and what they looked like 5 million years ago. But like, was you even there though, bruv? And some of you may not be aware, but any so-called dinosaur bones that they do find, they only find pieces. Most of that skeleton what you see there are reconstructed, fake bones. But anytime they do find any real giant bones, Smithsonian comes in and destroys them. But in the 1600s, the Spanish did capture a two-headed giant, and that is still on display. But like most facts of history, they still don't teach you the truth.
I found something creepy. Is that a silicone mask? I found...
Se mira esto como de luz pasando, pero no se graba muy bien. Y luego después sale como un señor, mira, se para ahí y como que se convierte en un señor, mira.
Glowing orb transforms into a human? I don't know.
Y se queda ahí todavía está corriendo el reloj de la cámara, se está grabando, mira, se mira como dos cabezas, pues dos personas se mira ahí atravesadas a la misma vez, que tienen como una lámpara, a lo mejor es una pareja, pero no sé, ahí se empieza a mover y la cámara ya no lo graba muy bien, pero ahí se mira que se está yendo por aquí.
Okay, get in here, America. Check out this new discovery of indigenous tribes up in the Antarctica. Ooh-wee!
Have y'all heard of the Bashenga tribe? Pictures of the Bashenga people along with leaked CIA documents have been circulating the dark web. This is super weird. It's said that this tribe was taken from West Africa to Antarctica as part of an experiment to see if melanated people could survive in the cold. But it gets really dark because the population of the tribe was reportedly ended after an anthropologist accidentally brought smallpox to the community. What's really strange is that there are pictures of artifacts and very tall wooden structures. Where did they get the wood from? Were there trees in Antarctica? Over time, the Bashenga people were claimed to have adapted to the cold in strange and amazing ways. They were happy to swim in the freezing sea and wore very little clothing, thriving in conditions that should have been impossible for them to endure. Researchers were apparently baffled by this, unable to understand how these adaptations were possible and unable to understand the language. The reports also describe a strange event involving the Bashenga people drinking a strange brown liquid and hallucinating, but there are no further details.
Sounds like grog.
Now what's going on here, America? It seems like we keep on finding these indigenous melanated people all over the world, even in the North Pole, even in the Antarctica, all through Russia, all through Europe, all through Asia, all through America, all through Africa. I mean, it seems like we all over the world, and we've been there all over the world, and we've been there. But the big question is, America, why we wasn't taught this in school?
Thanks for watching. This video is for entertainment only, but if you know, you know.
Kids are swinging. Oh, man. This guy's laugh is almost funnier than that kid. The kids are still swinging. This guy's laugh though. Oh my god. Oh.
The Where Are You Now music video by Justin Bieber. The whole time, there was subliminal messages when Justin Bieber was rapping, right? Aliens are real, Masonic symbols, Illuminati is real, believe in the devil. Yeah. And it goes, where are you now that I need you? And then when that thing goes off, there's a bunch of art. Once you slow down the video frame by frame, whoa! Look. Masonic symbols right there. Master 22. Whoa, that's in there? Yes. Look, pyramids in the eye.
Why is that in this video?
They pushed Justin to push that agenda. We been knew this.
I thought Justin was on the good side.
Do you guys think that is?
had the opportunity over the years to interview, again, people who have worked at the test site at Groom Lake. One gentleman spent 12 of his 30 years in black programs at Groom Lake. When I asked him, I said, first of all, I said, do you believe in UFOs? And he looked at me with a straight face in one-on-one and he said, absolutely, positively, they do exist. I said, can you expand upon that? And he said, no, I can't. About a year later, we were talking about, again, activities at Groom Lake. And I asked him, I said, you know, can you really tell me what's happening out there? And he said, well, there's a lot of things that are going on there that I won't be able to tell you until the year 2025. But we have things in the Nevada desert that would make George Lucas envious. Another individual who was an NCO, an E9, which is the highest grade you can get as an enlisted man. He's a Chief Master Sergeant in the Air Force. Was a safety specialist. He had 3 different tours of duty at Groom Lake on various programs. Now, he had no connection with my friend who worked on the other black programs. We were talking, I interviewed him at Nellis in 1985, 86 time frame. And I said, what's out there? And again, he looked me straight in the eye and he said, we have things out there that are literally out of this world. I said, explain. He said, I can't.
Bro, never in my entire 21 years of living and watching Family Guy have I seen them go in this house. Go in this part of the house right here. Never. Never seen them go in here, bro. Ever.
The hell is that? Another one? Good question.
The bodies of the Nephilims turned into mountains. It is known that when fallen angels mate with humans, they end up producing offspring that in the Bible are referred to as the Nephilims. These creatures are a powerful group of people that are said to bear insane strength and are huge in size. However, somewhere in the history of humanity, they all just vanished. Now, this might sound crazy, but there is a theory that it was during the flood of Noah where the majority of the Nephilims were petrified, and their bodies eventually became the mountains that we see today. Over the course of history, there are references to this, like in the 1948 speech given by Abraham Lincoln, talking about a species of extinct giants whose bones fill the mountains of America, or that hikers who hiked up mountains and caves say it resembles a giant human shape. So, is this proof?
Here we have a satellite photo of some sort of disk that appears to have crashed and 4 other large objects surrounding it. Some claim it's a UFO crash site surrounded by some sort of surveillance units, but it's clearly just a, a near perfect triangle, also with a crash landed appearance with an oddly familiar shape. Nah, there's no way. Yet another disc shape up in the Antarctic mountains, and yeah, rocks, definitely, 100%. Interesting that the 1946 Operation High Jump in Antarctica was rumored to have ended early due to flying disc-shaped crafts scaring the Navy out of the area. 14 years later, the Antarctic Treaty is signed, heavily restricting exploration of the continent.
I keep on shattering time, I might just leave you behind. Homie, you stuck on rewind. You should quit sleeping on mines. You got your back on recline. When I damage your headache is fine. Please don't act out, shy and surprised. They be like, what you mean? What is your winning scheme? I got a giant team. Niggas my self-esteem. Run it back, running man. They think they gon' hard, I'm like, come again. You run at the time and I bust.
14 college students created a video game called No Man's Sky. It's on one DVD disc. It has 80 quadrillion planets and unlimited life forms, and the game never ends. Now they're going to inject AI into this software. So these people that are in there are people in there, they're going to become conscious. They're going to be asking, who is our creator? Why are we here? Who created this universe? What is our big bang? Well, when we turn your game console on, that's the big bang.
So this becomes sentient? They'll be...
Oh, yeah. We're going to get to AGI soon, which is the next level of sentience for machine learning and computer learning. And so...
Any of you guys played this game? Let me know down in the comments. I think I got to check this out tonight. That sounds like some crazy shit. It's like a whole new universe. Nuts.
And now also the Sims owner, the creator of the Sims. People go to jobs, they have babies, they go to parties. They're going to insert the AI in there, and those people are going to become conscious. So we're only replicating what's already been done. Now we're creating conscious universes within this universe.
So is it possible we're in the Sims right now?
Yeah. This is a simulation. It appears that we're living in this stacked reality matrix. In other words, we have a universe here, but there could be one above us. And
you guys asked for more. Here's the Nephilim door from the valley floor. Out in the middle of nowhere with its big stone porch.
Is that the same door from that last video?
And there it is. In the Canyonlands, near where the Citadel has been discovered. There's this giant door on the side of the cliff.
This strange, long shape under the snow, another seemingly crash-landy looking sight in an oddly similar shape as Oumuamua, a rumored derelict spacecraft that passed through our solar system in 2017 and was later dismissed as just being an asteroid, despite it having almost no characteristics of an asteroid, but I'll cover that another time. To be fair, this one may have just been a boulder that rolled down a nearby cliff. Hey, we just debunked that bit. But some of these other satellite finds are a little less explainable. Like, why are there over 60 monolithic objects lined up deep in the snow in a place that has allegedly never hosted intelligent life?
Nope, we were never supposed to see these, as these biblical stones are coming out everywhere. And what this means for our world is terrifying. People were shocked after it was discovered blue stones, or referred to as sky ice in Antarctica, were found, and they resemble the exact same objects that Ezekiel mentions in the Bible, claiming what the firmament or the dome of earth is made out of, saying the firmament material would appear like sapphire or blue stone. But how this was found is even more insane, as decades ago a scientist had leaked they found sky ice after years of research in Antarctica, claiming that the government has sealed all this away, knowing could lead to terrifying changes about our planet and science, with him saying that the government had found an entire ice wall made out of the biblical sky ice, the same ice wall that the say is in Antarctica, possibly proving that the Earth may be a lot bigger, with many more continents than we could ever know on the other side. With any scientific discovery, we need to look at the concrete evidence.
There we have it. Let's get closer. Oh wow. Beautiful. Look at this. You know when there's the big toe and the other four toes down to the small toe, down to the heel. What's fascinating about this is anybody that does a study of this will notice this piece sticking out here. It's like when you put your foot in mud and you pull it out, your toes will lift up a little mud where your toes were, and it's exactly what seems to have happened here.
I believe that it's probably giants in the past, but this stuff looks pretty AI to me. Like, I don't believe that's a real story. What the fuck's going on here? People are just finding the craziest conspiracy. What is this?
even more structures in the snow up to 70 feet tall that almost resemble buildings of sorts, and another even more interesting triangular shaped structure nearby with a similar height. And of course, the holes. Oh, the holes. Reports of holes everywhere across the South Pole. Like in 2007, Google Earth revealed a 250-foot wide hole with what looks like stairs leading into it. A few months later, it disappears from satellite view. Then in 2019, it reappears but looks totally botched and in lower quality than the image from 10 years ago. But my friends, as we know, that's barely even the tip of the tip.
Family, if you think Antarctica don't have palm trees, think again. Look, again, Antarctica palm trees. Family, let's talk about Captain Scott, the British Royal Navy officer and explorer who led 2 expeditions to the Antarctic regions. This is him, family. He's the one that went beyond the ice wall, family. Look. They say nothing grows in the Antarctica, but look, family, trees everywhere. Again, trees and palm trees. Family, look, you see this structure, a pyramid, and this is him again. Family, 3 high-ranking officers are confirming that there is land beyond the ice wall. Admiral Richard E. Byrd, Captain Roald Amundsen, and Captain Robert Falcon Scott. You see this, family? This is also a picture that Captain Scott took. And family, look at this structure in the Antarctica.
Family.
Shout out to conspiracy scientists for this lead. Link to more in bio.
I think they found another Nephilim cave, y'all. Oh my god. Look at that shit. It's like a whole civilization look like down there or something. Y'all do understand that there's still a lot of places on this earth that has not been seen by the human eye yet? Y'all do get that, right? And let's keep it a being, y'all. This joint looked like a broken down tree. This looked like one of them trees, yo. And then I basically took a screenshot of the inside. You can basically see it's little trees and shit down there too. These type of caves, y'all, and these mega structures are all across the world, yo. And a lot of these places are nowhere near civilization, you feel me? The only way you really gonna see this type of stuff is if you have a drone or a plane. And let's be honest, most of us don't have that. Now, I don't know if you ever heard about the Gandar giant story, but he basically came out of something like that, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, man. Wake up!
Now this looks like AI. Either AI or the Philadelphia experiment. What do you guys think?
With a touch of a button, the battle begins. On the ground, chemical cloud seeders begin to work the 2 storm areas. Robot planes seed the clouds from above. The storm centers over Kansas and over Labrador intensify as seeding continues.
Now changing over to Hurricane Center H8.
The fury of the hurricane mounts as 100-mile-an-hour winds lash the sea to a foaming frenzy.
All stations, Sector C. Activate Phase 2, Control Plan Delta. Set vapor rockets for 42,000 feet. Execute...
As an emergency measure, the controller calls for a salvo of vapor rockets to be fired ahead of the path the hurricane is predicted to take.
Put it all right in your face.
These artificial clouds will block the sun from evaporating more water to feed the hurricane. The reports coming into the control center indicate that the diversionary cloud seeding over Kansas is now creating a flood danger. specially equipped robot aircraft are dispatched immediately to release a high concentration of cloud-seeding material into the fringes of the storm. Heavier seeding from the ground also helps to subdue the rain by spreading it over a wider area. The controller calls for another view of the hurricane, which has now moved closer to the coast.
There have been just countless reports of holes in Antarctica heading deep beneath the surface. There's the story in Richard Byrd's diary of the glimmering underground city he flew into in 1946 that I covered in a previous video. Then a retired Navy SEAL who goes by the name Brian spoke out about a mission he went on in Antarctica in the 1980s. While flying over a no-fly zone, he saw a 300-foot wide hole in the ice with tracks around the area leading into the hole. When he got back to his station, an officer and two men in suits interrogated him about the no-fly zone violation. The men in suits tell him to never talk about that hole again and to never go back. A few months later, he's told to fly scientists to the Dome, which was a known research station back then. There, he overheard people talking about the hole, saying they're going there to meet visitors.
It seemed to me they were talking about like an extraterrestrial or an alien, because they didn't refer to them as a person, it was a visitor.
The rumors claimed these holes were entrances to underground bases where humans and these visitors cooperated on highly classified projects. Then more testimonies started rolling in. In 1985, another medevac flight over the no-fly zone saw a giant hole as wide as a football field. Men in black suits later came to tell them they never saw it. 1990s, Navy flight
Wonder if they hit him with the red blinker thing, the memory wipe thing.
crews reported silver discs zipping over the Antarctic mountains at impossible speeds all the time, told to never speak of it. In 2002, a film crew called Atlantis TV flies down to the South Pole to shoot a documentary about these holes. They allegedly film actual footage of a massive ancient city buried beneath the ice of Antarctica. Sound familiar? Then they went missing, of course. Navy rescuers found their camping equipment and even recovered their tapes. They played them to a few scientists and, according to rumors, showed spectacular ruins of a lost civilization and were told to never speak of it, including an ancient pyramid temple complex 2 miles beneath the ice with caverns bigger than Bermuda. The US military confiscated the tapes, Atlantis TV sued them, lost, and then went out of business.
So everybody heard about the story of the petrified giants inside of the Bible, right? I think I just might have came across something that y'all might find very interesting. So all over the world, people have been finding these strange, mysterious crystals that resemble and look like tissue and muscle. See, as you can see right here, this is the crystal. This is like a steak or something. Another one, This is another one looking like layers of fat, muscle, and tissue. Once again, another one. Y'all can't tell me this doesn't look like muscle and tissue. They even made furniture out of it. And see, now what we was just looking at was a crystal that was called rhodonite, which is a manganese silicate. And see, now the craziest part is you can find manganese inside of the body. Yeah, stored inside of bones and small amounts inside the liver, brain, kidneys, and pancreas. And it also helps the body maintain stable tissue. Don't you guys just find that very interesting? Now I guess it is more to the mystery about the Nephilim and the giants that we know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the giants and these strange flesh-like crystals found all over the world in the comments. Like or follow for more wisdom and stay tuned.
A Navy commander codenamed Spartan 1 who was stationed in Antarctica exposes all of his classified reports in an interview. In 2003, while flying on an extraction mission, his Navy SEAL team notices the top of a structure in the shape of a tall black octagon in the snow below. They land, walk up to it, and come up to a door over 20 feet high with strange markings of what looks like a star map and other strange glyphs. The star map looks like a pulsar map, a mapping technique used by NASA that shows the location of a sun relative to known pulsars. The Navy team enters the building and it's huge, a room about 10 acres across, which is like 7 football fields. The walls were all illuminated with a soft green glow but no visible light source. And also on the walls were more carvings, similar to Egyptian or Mayan hieroglyphs but also way different. There was a ramp inside that led deep beneath the ground where the rooms got even bigger. According to scientists that explored these sites, these lower levels were occupied by humanoids. Humanoid beings, far superior in strength and knowledge, and are the ones who actually created exterminated humans. Anunnaki, anyone? At least that's what Spartan 2, another US Marine whistleblower, claims, adding, and I quote, Antarctica contains wonders beyond what most can comprehend. It has ties to space and technology beyond belief. There are even reports like this one that giant alien bodies have been spotted beside entrances to caverns. This whole story is part of Spartan 1 and 2's confession tapes, which, yes, sure, they might be making it up, but they sure ain't the only ones. Contractors like Eric Heckler have also exposed insane technology they're experimenting with down there, and that's another topic that'll blow your load. But you can actually fly to Antarctica if you wanted to, so why doesn't anyone just do that and examine these sites firsthand? Well, the area designated for tourist travel down there is limited, like extremely limited. Going there and declaring Antarctica a barren wasteland with nothing to see would be like going to Las Vegas and claiming all of America is just a giant desert. And remember, just a theory, but I'm sure Google will tell you all about how all of this is 100% confirmed fake and we should mindlessly shame anyone who dares question it.
Damn, guys, there you have it. That's another banger of a video, if you ask me. A lot of Antarctica clips and some Trump and the government clips. Keep sending me all your guys' clips. I'll have another video for you in a couple days. Hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next one.